Fox Sports Jax postgame show.
Oh, Levi Stadium, I think. I don't remember. Is that still Levi Stadium? I don't know. Anyway, the Jags get a win out west. How about that? Jags, Jags. You just watch it. This is the postgame show. We're coming to you loud and clear and talking about a football game and a football team that is confounding everybody. They win 26-21. Man, they got 4 more takeaways today. 4! They got a punt return for a touchdown. Travis Etienne, the player of the game, unbelievable, had over 120 rushing yards. He was terrific, including a 48-yard touchdown. But I'm going to say this. This is the most physical football game I've seen the Jacksonville Jaguars play in years. I mean, guys going down. I hope Trayvon Walker's okay. Looks like he hurt his wrist. We had at one point 5 different guys out. They were, toe-to-toe with the undefeated San Francisco 49ers. Now, look, the Niners are beat up. I get it. But so what? They were at home. We went out west. We got 4 turnovers. We took it to them. Parker Washington had a punt return for a touchdown. And still San Francisco had its chances, right? I mean, we gave them the football. We missed a field goal. Cam Little never misses field goals. He missed a field goal. He's missed 2 this year, which is shocking to me. But nonetheless, they had the ball. If they go score with 3 minutes to go, they're going to win the football game. And what did we do? We took it away again. Unbelievable. Great win for the Jags. And now it sets up a super Monday Night Football game with the Kansas City Chiefs in 8 days. Here it is, man. San Francisco had more yards, but forget that. The defense, look at that turnover thing. 4-0. Penalties are still an issue, but again, I don't want to criticize anything right now about the Jacksonville Jaguars after you go out west and you beat the San Francisco 49ers. There are little things, man. There's a lot of things to clean up. The biggest issue, I think, right now is the quarterback. I think we got to get him playing better. I don't see him playing great right now. 21-31, 174 yards. Didn't turn it over. That was big. A couple of them could have been. Brock Purdy turned it over 3 times. So even though he threw for 309 yards, we'll take 21-31. We'll take a W is what we'll take. We'll take a W. That's what we'll take. But the Jags get it done over the San Francisco 49ers in a very physical football game. Again, the offensive line. Just bravo, man. All y'all for years have been killing the offensive line. Man, you guys got to give those guys some credit up front. Harrison went out, didn't matter. They brought the depth in. And did Trevor get sacked? I don't think he got sacked. I don't think Trevor Lawrence got sacked again. Unbelievable, man. Running the football, 150 yards on the ground, tremendous. Special teams, fantastic. One mistake by LaQuinn Allen, but offset by a great Tootin kickoff return and obviously a Parker Washington punt return for a touchdown. I can't say enough good things about. Is it just the coaching? Is it the players that they brought in? It's not like it's a lot of the same faces. Is it as simple as Eric Armstead playing where he's supposed to be playing? Made a big play for us, right? Josh Hines-Allen continues to get close, but he gets pressures. But Devin Lloyd, contract year, he's playing like a Pro Bowler. He's playing like an All-Pro. Making plays every time you turn your head. There's Devin Lloyd, 2 interceptions today, 3 on the year, in the backfield, knocking the ball. It's unbelievable. Devin Lloyd playing fantastic football. Travis Hunter climbs the ladder, makes an unbelievable catch down the field. Played more offense and defense, I believe, today. Brian Thomas Jr., he's beat up, he's hurt. I don't know But again, think about this. If I had told you people that Trevor Lawrence was going to be the 29th ranked quarterback and Brian Thomas Jr. would have, what's he got, 15 catches now this year in 4 games, and that the Jags would be 3-1, would you have said, Hick, you crazy? That's what you would have said. Hick, you crazy. It's exactly what you would have said. Hick, you crazy. Brian Thomas Jr. struggling. Trevor Lawrence not playing great. But look at this. Look at these guys. Hunter Long chipping in, making plays. He was smart enough, unlike our quarterback, to get down on the ground and keep the clock going. Come on, Trevor. Are you kidding me? But yeah, it all added up to a victory today. And with the Colts loss, there's Travis Etienne, 124 yards on the ground. Listen, I don't care that Tootin only got 4 carries because Etienne is running as well as I've ever seen him run. He has been, I don't know what's gotten into him. I don't know if he was just hurt last year. I don't know if he likes the ground game and the play calls the running game better. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. 6.5 a carry. That 48-yarder was beautiful. Broke down the sidelines, knew he couldn't outrun the guy, gave him a little move inside, kicked it back outside, and then he beat him. Terrific play. He's going to be in the top 2 or 3 in the NFL in rushing the football after this weekend. That's 4 games now. 4 games. Continues to get better and better and better. So, anyway, and again, who's opening those holes, man? Huh? Cleveland, Hainsey, right? Anton Harrison, Walker Little, McCarry. I mean, what can you say about that offensive line? Who's coaching these fellas? Doing a terrific job in every which way, led by Liam Coen, who is doing a terrific job with this football team to be able to get them to 3-1 with a 26-21 victory today. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're waiting on the podium. We'll start with Liam Coen. We'll get his comments. There it is. We'll get his comments as soon as he gets up there. Then we're going to have Trevor. We're going to have Devin Lloyd. And who else? Eric Armstead, who had a great homecoming, spent 9 years in San Francisco and made a game-changing play today for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So all that and more coming up on the postgame show as the Jaguars. We'll also hear from Brent as the Jaguars get the victory 26-21 over the San Francisco 49ers, handing the Niners their first loss. It's a home loss. Brings us back home against the Kansas City Chiefs with an opportunity to get to 4-1. Isn't this fun? Isn't this the way it's supposed to be? Isn't this grand? It's terrific stuff. And you know what? I'll keep picking against them if we keep winning. I'll take that. I picked against them today again, and they won the football game out west. So there you see the standings. The Colts lost on a last-second gaffe. I don't know what happened, but Matthew Stafford hit a deep ball to Tutu Atwell for about 85 yards for a game-winning touchdown with like a minute to go. Jags win. The Texans are terrible, and they beat the Titans, who are not 0-0 because they have played 4 games, but they're 0-4. So we'll fix that for you. Cam Ward, their quarterback, had some dicey comments after the game with a lot of expletives, deletives being thrown around. So they're 0-4. They stink. And I'll tell you who, the Houston is not a good football team. They're not. So, but they did get a win today. But I'm telling you, the Jags right now, to me, and I haven't watched the Colts play. I think Danny Dimes is playing good football. Indiana Jones is playing good football. But 3-1 against 3-1, those look like the 2 best teams by far in the AFC South. But let's see. Thank you for fixing the Titans score. Now you can see that they are truly terrible, and they are truly 0-4. So there you have it. So that's the AFC South. We still have 3 more, tough games to go. We're grinding through it right now, but we've won 3 games. Shoot, I would have taken 3-4 after the first 7. Now you got a chance to get 4-3, 5-2. The Seattle Seahawks have to come all the way across the country to play at the bank. Jags go play the Rams, who are very good, but they go to London to play them. Hey, I'd rather them come here, but nonetheless, we'll go to London and take on the Rams. So a lot of celebrating, I'm sure, going on in the Jags locker room, and we're going to show that to you tonight on Action Sports Jags Primetime as the Jaguars are victorious today by a final score of 26-21. Took control of the game early. And Trevor, now, I'll give Trevor credit. We had a drive where we overcame 3 penalties and we went about 90 yards, and he was brilliant on that particular drive. He got some help. Travis Hunter climbed the ladder, made an unbelievable catch, held onto the football. It's a great play. But he threw the ball great, but then he disappears for lengths of time. And we got to get that part fixed. We got to get that part fixed. And I almost get the feeling, as the Jags start to sort of milk the clock, sort of see where they are, sort of try to figure things out, that we're a little hesitant to throw the ball, because we're worried. And that's not a good thing. So we got to get past that part of it. But again, that's not the issue right now. There are no issues because the Jags won the football game and they beat a very good team. And Brock Purdy didn't look great either today, quite honestly. The Niners had the drops today, though, didn't they? The Niners had the drops all over the field, man. And then Brock was high with his throws. First game back after a couple weeks off, maybe rusty, I don't know, but he was not great. And again, here's the thing, man. This is the deal with these guys. These guys are all being paid, not all, a lot of these guys are being paid like elite quarterbacks. They're making $50, $55, $60 million a year. If you're making that much money, you got to play elite. Right, Liam Coen?
You and Saul at the end of
it was not a big deal. Just keep that between us.
One more on that one.
No, I'm going to keep that between us.
So you didn't
No, just going to keep that between us right now. That's it.
What did you learn about your team today?
Super impressed with our ability to stay the course. The complimentary football today showed up, obviously making plays in 3 phases, right? Defensively, was that 4 straight games with 3 turnovers. It was first time ever, correct, happening, right? I think that's the first time ever. Ran for 150 yards, no sacks. Had the punt return for a touchdown, kickoff return that set up points before the end of the half. That's making plays in 3 phases that really helped us win that game. And very proud of the way that these guys keep competing. It's not clean, but they play their tails off.
Quick follow-up on the takeaways.
Yeah.
It's 4 now. How impressed are you that they're not dropping interceptions?
Yeah.
Hitting the fumble when it's there?
It's one of those things that right now it's coming in bunches, which is awesome. But like I kind of said to these guys on Saturday morning, it's not just happening. Like there was a play in practice on Friday that it was just a run, and there was 5 or 6 guys punching at the ball. It's what they're doing every single day. It's how they're obviously being coached from those guys. I think Campy and his staff have done a phenomenal job detailing ball disruption. But these guys are being intentional about it, the way that they're practicing, the way that they're preaching it, the way that they're holding each other accountable every day in practice in order to make sure that that is getting seen on the practice tape. So, how long it lasts, I don't know, but it's pretty cool to see right now.
You talked about trying to find out who your team is after a month. Do you have a pretty good feel at this point? Yeah,
I think we're tough. I do believe that. I think we're a tough team. That's not an easy team to run the football on, and we played our tails off. I thought we were very balanced in the first half in a lot of ways on offense. Missed some throws in the second half and had a couple penalties deflate us. But no sacks, running the football that way. Very proud of those guys in terms of every time we compete. I think we have a chance. Through 4 weeks, I think we have a chance. There's not a time in a game where you're like, man, God, this is getting away from us, or you don't think. Even when negative things start to occur, and we stalled on offense in ways, the defense makes a play. Boom, then the punt return for a touchdown. It's like these guys keep having each other's backs, and I think that's what's pretty cool after 4 weeks.
What was going on with Foy in and out a couple times?
I don't know what the exact injury was. I'm sure we'll kind of hit that once we get that evaluated, but it was something, it was nagging him a little bit.
Overall, at least 8 starters missed time today.
Yeah.
Did you have to affect your play calling at all? Also,
yeah, a little. It did. We got down to Rayon Lane in the secondary. He did a great job of stepping up. Anthony Perkins and Milo have done a nice job coaching those guys to know what they're doing. It's hard when you get down to that, that number in the game in terms of safety. Jack Kaiser playing, obviously, Monteric Brown, Jarian Jones. Everybody kind of had a hand in this. But, yeah, it was hard. I mean, we played Cincy down to the wire, right? Physical ball game. You play Houston down to the wire, physical ball game. Today, obviously, another physical outing. We got to look at our schedule, as we go this week to see how we can take care of these guys.
Travis didn't play defense in the second half. What was the decision?
Yeah, it was just a personal decision that we were going through that had to do with a few kind of things that we'll keep in-house for now.
Trayvon goes down, and it's not pretty much, but Josh has to really kind of step his game up, did he?
He did. I mean, obviously we weren't getting a ton of heat on him. in terms of, but we were disruptive still. I mean, Armstead with the sack fumble, huge moment for him. Josh played his tail off. BJ Green got some snaps as a rusher, so we got some guys some reps. I thought Smoot played his tail off. I thought Mason Smith played well. So it took an effort out of everybody this week in order to get the most out of with the injuries and with some of the guys going down. But very proud of the coaches for getting these guys ready to play, especially after that physical game last week.
You have a sense that Brian Thomas has turned a corner a little bit? Or
I mean, he was great all game in terms of his communication with me, dialogue, what he could see, what he was seeing against them. He kept telling me the quick out was there, and so we kind of kept going to it. That was based on feedback that we were receiving from Brian. Caught the ball well, obviously, made some plays, and, I was very pleased with BT today.
Would it be for Eric to be the guy who calls the tournament?
Yeah, a huge moment. He got the game ball in there. Just made him a game captain. It was very important for him coming back here after a long career here. Has a lot of respect, obviously, for the coaches over there and the people and the players. And for him to be able to come in here and help our team get a win. And a play like that was game-changing and had huge implications. That was awesome to see for Eric, yeah.
Were you able to look at the big screen on Parker's punt return? Did you see what was impressive about it?
I mean, I honestly just saw him make the one guy, like where he ended up kind of turning like he was coming to our sideline, and then he stuck his foot in the ground and got vertical. I didn't see maybe who made a good block or not. I'm not sure. I know Quentin Morris, again, played really well on special teams for us. I think Gardeck did as well. But that was a huge moment, right? I thought our return game today was really positive, obviously with the KOR before the half and then the punt return for a touchdown. So credit Heath and Luke and those guys for doing a great job.
Big day and then the run.
Yeah, I mean, he's just right now he's got a really good feel for what we're trying to do in the run game, I think, whether it's in the zone or in the gap stuff. I just think Travis has a really good feel for what we're trying to do. He's pressing the line of scrimmage really well and able to go find creases, and I think I got to believe we played solid up front. I don't know if it was perfect. I know we had a couple moving pieces up there from the O-line, but very pleased with Travis right now and the way that those guys are running. I think Chad Morton's the best running back coach I've ever been around. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And there's a lot of credit going out, and it was a team effort today, and I think that's kind of a cool thing for the Jaguars when you start to think about it. I'm assuming, and that was Ryan O'Halloran in the beginning asking Liam Coen about where he said, we're going to keep that between us, keep that. Was that about Robert Salah in the comments and all that? I assume that was what that was about, but that wasn't a big deal. It wasn't much of a story in the end. What is the story is the Jaguars getting a victory and really a team effort today as he lauded just about everybody on this football team. And you heard questions about, I think, 8 different starters at some point were out. They were down to a rookie safety at one point. So don't know how serious any of them are. Hopefully you're never going to find out from Liam Coen. We've learned that easily in his first few months on the job. He's not talking about injuries. So you just have to wait for the next week and the injury report and everything going forward. But tremendous performance by the Jags. He said he brought up a lot of the things that we had talked about. Obviously, special teams with the kickoff return before the half to get the points, the punt return for the touchdown. huge plays, right? And the defense. And he mentioned a little bit in the offense, a little bit of the struggles. They were not great on third down. Liv, do you have their third down conversions, the Jags, today? Please, and look that up. I don't think that was very positive. And the 12 penalties. But you know what? I'm almost willing to deal with the penalties if they're going to play this hard and this physical. You know what I'm saying? 4 of 14 on third downs, not great. 12 penalties, you still want to cut it back, okay? Some of them are silly, but some of them are aggressive, and you're almost willing, again, I don't know how you guys feel, I'm almost willing to accept penalties if they play this physical, this hard, and they come out on top, which obviously they have been doing 3 out of 4 times, and still, we're only 18 seconds away from an undefeated season, if you think about it that way. Here's Brent from San Francisco.
We've said this now a couple of weeks in a row. This is a game the Jaguars usually find a way to lose. What a win out west against the San Francisco 49ers. The offense has some more issues, especially in the second half, all the penalties. But the defense continuing a trend as well. How about backing up 3 consecutive games with 3 turnovers with a 4-turnover game against these Niners? And give credit to the offense on this part. They did keep it clean from a turnover standpoint. They needed every bit of it. But what a win here on the road for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They steal a win against the 49ers, and now they go to 3-1. First time since 2018. Only the second time they've done this in the last 20 years. 2007 was the other time outside of 2018. And they come home for Monday Night Football, and people should be pretty excited about this team because, well, they can get a lot better, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. We're heading into the locker room. We'll see what they're saying, but it's a happy group of Jaguars, and it'll be a good flight home as the Jags are now 3-1 after the win over San Francisco. Always on the road with the Jacksonville Jaguars, this time in California. I'm Brent Martineau, Action Sports Shacks.
All right, you just heard Brent say 2007, 2018. Long-suffering fans around here. So happy for you guys especially. Happy for my family, my kids who are born here, growing up Jacksonville Jaguar fans. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. Let's look at some of the scores as we wait for more guys from the podium and some locker room. Steelers won. Game not as close as the final score. They won with ease in Dublin, Ireland early this morning. Commanders down, a couple guys, right? Down Scary Terry and down their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. Falcons come back after getting waxed a week ago by Carolina, who, by the way, is horrible. More on that in a second. Buffalo Bills, they, again, 3-0 against 0-3, and it was a close game for a long way, but that's the NFL, man. Detroit and Cleveland, I thought Cleveland's defense would play better. Detroit is on a roll. They're 3-1, and they look good, so watch out for them. Man, the Eagles just don't lose. They went down to Tampa. That's a great win for them down there. The Bucs had their chances at the end. They came all the way back, but they came up short. And the New York Football Giants hand the Chargers their first loss. Jackson Dart started for the Giants, and they were victorious over the San Diego Chargers of L.A. So great win, and Harbaugh gets his first loss, and he'll have to take that one back across the country. So pretty interesting stuff going forward in today's NFL. 3-0 and 0-3, close games. You never know, man. You just never know. You got to come to play every single week. There are some teams that are not very good, but again, it's still sorting that out, right? We're still sorting that out as we go. And here's one word that Liam Coen used in describing his team. And I agree. I'm sold now. Tough. And man, we have been soft kitty around here for a long time. Little bunch of fur, right? Happy kitty, purr. No more. Tough football team. And by the way, Foye Oluokun punched out Christian McCaffrey a ball out of him, and that could have been the 5th turnover, but he was able to recover it. What did you say, Liv? What did you say? We have Jordan Lewis. Let's hear from him right now.
How about that one?
Amazing. That's an amazing win on any level, especially with a new head coach, new coordinators. That was impressive. That felt really good.
I mean, you just keep doing it, man. 3 today. 4 turnovers.
Yeah, it's in our DNA, man. That's what we preach every day, and that's what we go out there and do. We do presentations, we practice it, taking the ball away, and it comes to the game, and it looks easy for the guys. So I mean, it's definitely us.
How about the big one for Eric to do that with a place that he had his career?
That was amazing, man. I know that the way we did it too, it was dominating on our end. Of course, we got some things to clean up, but that defensive line, I mean, they contained Brock Purdy and let us eat, and they were getting after him, man, and it felt really good. So I mean, I'm proud of those guys, and Eric was one of the catalysts to do it.
How hard is it to come out here and do this and get a win?
This is a championship breed team. It's definitely hard, especially when you come out west, long flights, and then you gotta go see a very physical team, a very well-coached team like the 49ers, but it really felt good. And it's a testament to, our work and, our belief in who we are and as a program, and it felt good.
Lastly, is it gratifying with all the guys going in and out? You guys got banged up today to be able to fill those holes and still play at a high level.
That's what we're coached to do. Go out there and play physical. Whoever's out there, we're a physical bunch, and that's our brand of football. So that's our color card, and Coach Campanelli always talks about being physical, communicating, taking the ball away, and it didn't matter who was out there, and we were doing that.
I got to ask you this, actually. Sorry, did you see it gets a little spicy at the end there?
Yeah. I mean, we knew that. We knew it was gonna get like that. They weren't gonna go out without a fight, but that's, like I said, that's our brand of football. We want to go out there and be physical.
Makes the ride back a whole lot easier for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Long flight back. Fellows will get back, get out of there by about 9 Eastern, right? In a few hours back there, middle of the night, they'll be getting back to Jacksonville. But it doesn't matter when you win, man. When you win, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And the Jags got it done today, 26-21 against the San Francisco 49ers on the road out there against San Francisco. And against Brock Purdy, who played the game. There are no, they have no excuses. I know they're missing George Kittle. I know they're missing Bosa, but Bosa ain't coming back, and Kittle's been out for a while, and they won their 3 other games. So great win for the Jags. Anyway, look, start stacking wins, man. You can get some W's here. I'm telling you, the second half, Liv, get the schedule up. The second half of the season gets a whole lot easier, okay? And again, there's a long way to go, man. I get it. Long way to go. But we can unequivocally say, like that, this is not Dan's Jags. This is your Jags now. This is not the Jags team I've watched for 31 years blow games at the end, lose games, blah, blah, blah. No. This team is finding ways to win. This team is, and I think they're going this way, right? They're going to keep getting better. So we'll put the green W in here tonight for 3-1. We know what's coming up. We've talked about these 3 games, right? But you know what? You can almost guarantee the Jags are going to win a couple of these games. They're not going to lose all 3. They're just not. They're not that kind of team anymore. They're not going to go on a losing streak, barring injury. So that's a positive thing. Then you get the bye week. Well, you go to Vegas, but the Raiders, they're not very good. They're not very good, all right? The Texans we've already seen. The Chargers are good. That'll be a good game. Cardinals out there, always tough. But look at this. Titans, Jets, Colts, Titans. You know how we do with the Colts in Jacksonville. So, again, let the season shake out. But what a positive start. And again, you heard Brent say 3-1 for the first time since 18 and 07. Hey, look, there's Trevor Lawrence. Let's hear from him now.
You asking if it meant more?
Yeah, tell him that more. How was he after the game?
Fired up. I mean, just his passion, I think, has been awesome to see. His players brought a lot of energy to our team. The way that he talks, the way he speaks, and then the way that he just lives it and acts every day. I mean, you can tell he loves what he does. He cares a lot about it. Cares about us as players. So I think that shows. He puts a lot of work in. So, but he's like that every week. Honestly, I wouldn't say there was necessarily more than normal, but it's a good football team that we beat today, so we're all pretty fired up after getting that win.
You guys upset with players, or?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You use everything you can, right? And if they're going to give you free fuel, you take it. So that's something that you always do. But at the end of the day, you got to go play the game. That stuff doesn't really matter. You got to go take care of business and execute and find a way to win the game, which we did today, so it feels great. But, you try to use anything you can for sure as motivation.
This is the most rushing attempts you've had since, I think, week 1 of 2023. Is there anything that this defense gave? What led you to scramble so much?
It's a good defense. It's really sound. I think in their zone coverages, they're really good. They take away a lot of things, especially on third down. They do a good job of dropping to certain spots, mixing in, match coverage, being physical, pressing guys. So they took some things away from us, had to move around a little bit, and then there at the end of the game, obviously, had some keepers and then some sneaks along the way, and all that stuff kind of adds up. But yeah, it's a good defense. They've been a good defense for a long time. A lot of good players over there, well coached, you can tell. So there's times where you got to kind of use your legs. You thought I could have even done it more, to be honest, today on some of those third downs. We weren't as good as we want to be on third down. And I felt like I could have maybe extended a few more plays, to be honest. So just got to watch that and keep learning from it and grow.
Trevor, the 28-yarder that Travis Hunter on third line, sort of walk through what you saw in that play.
Yeah, we went tempo on the ball, and they got to shell coverage, and they kind of doubled BT into the boundary, and then we had cloud of the field, so that safety was put in a bind, and Travis just did a great job of taking it straight down the middle over Fred and just throwing it over the top, kind of seeing it as I got back to the field side progression, and Travis set a great angle for me to throw it, and obviously made a great play on the ball. Safety kind of came back in and tried to break it up, and it's a great catch by Travis.
How much of the lift was the punt return? Because you guys have struggled a little bit to move the ball consistently in that third quarter.
It's huge. I mean, special teams made a bunch of big plays today. Some great kick returns, some great punts. I mean, obviously the punt return for a touchdown was huge. There's a lot of plays special teams made. It was just a full effort game by everyone, and that obviously get some points on the board, give us a little bit of a cushion, and then our defense again, just with the takeaways and the big stops, and then us just having to go and get a first down and finish the game out. So it was a complete game for us. I think offensively, obviously, there's a lot more out there that we can do, and that's the great thing about it is finding ways to win, and we still feel like we can grow a lot as an offense. So, like you said, the punt return and defense and special teams, did a great job today. Oh yeah, same locker room we're in. So definitely had some good vibes and some good memories being back here. So felt good.
You had to shuttle a couple of linemen in today. How much did that impact your communication? How well did they play?
Those guys did a great job. I mean, the whole unit. We had 7 or 8 guys play today. I mean, that's hard to do. It's hard to just come in and you haven't gotten a lot of reps with that starting unit and guys filling in and playing well. Hats off to them, and they protected well. We ran the ball great, did what we needed to do. They gave me plenty of time back there. I mean, those guys did an awesome job, and that's a hard job to come in as an offensive lineman and on the drop of a pin and have to go and protect, especially on a third down or whatever it is. And those guys stepped up, so they did a great job.
Two takeaways for you guys in 4 weeks. What does that do for an offense?
Man, it's huge for your team. Just the takeaways, the turnover margin, like we always talk about, that battle of. I mean, you want to take one thing away from this game or just any game in general is if you win, if you have less turnovers than the other team, you got a good chance of winning, taking everything else out of it. So I think for us, that's been a huge advantage for us. Our defense getting a bunch of turnovers, and today finally we had a game where we didn't give the ball away. So obviously it ended up being a 5-point game. Those things matter at the end of the day when you have, I think we got 3 turnovers or maybe more, and then 3 or 4, and then we didn't have any. That makes a difference. So got to keep doing it.
Is there just a belief now that they're going to get 2 or 3 a game at this point? I mean, 4 weeks in,
Yeah, it's there is a belief for sure, and those guys believe it. And I think that's why we're getting the ball so much, because they work on it in practice constantly, and it's always they're punching at the ball, they're getting their hands on footballs down the field, making plays in the back end. Like, it's something that they've been working so hard on since the spring, and to see it show up is really cool. For us as an offense, we got to keep taking care of the ball, and I'd be surprised if we went every single game getting 3 takeaways the whole season. So, we need to clean some stuff up and go score some more points on offense. I know we can be better. But, yeah, there is a belief that our defense is going to get takeaways because they've proven it through 4 weeks. And just keep doing it. It helps us out, obviously, getting those turnovers.
That resiliency that Liam talks about, and we were here for a while where there wasn't a lot of that resiliency. That's who this team is at this point, yes? Is that kind of what your belief is?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great start for us. Like I've said the last couple of weeks, I mean, it's early in the year still, but the way we've won a couple of these games, and I think just in any game there's going to be adversity and ups and downs, and just the way we've handled them has been awesome. The team's really coming together, getting behind each other. We're playing complementary football. When something happens, we really take advantage of the momentum swings. I think that was a big thing today, and we just play a full game. You don't know what the next play is going to hold. Just even if something bad happened the play before, just play the next play, keep looking forward, and I think this team's done a good job of that, but you got to keep doing it.
All right, thanks, Trevor.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
That's Trevor Lawrence. One thing I will say, and I do agree with him about, the Jaguars are playing something they didn't do last year at all. Complementary football. No question. Remember, if they got a turnover, they go down, the offense would go down and score. Devin Lloyd is playing like a man post zest. Let's hear from him right now.
Yeah, we're very opportunistic. We have a lot of ball hawks on the defense, and the ball's always on our mind. It starts up front, and I think everybody just capitalizes on the opportunities that we have.
You guys had 9 takeaways all of last season, and you got 13 already this year. What has been the key to the change, though?
Yeah, I think it starts in practice. We always practice taking the ball away, punching the ball out, catching the ball. Everybody always has the ball in their mind, and I think whenever you're thinking about it all the time, naturally, those plays and those opportunities, you'll be ready for them whenever they present themselves.
Run us through that second interception. Did that ball get deflected? It looked like a little bit, and it's just like an easy catch, right?
Yeah, it was. I believe Mason tipped it at the line of scrimmage, so I'll have to go back and see that. But I'm pretty sure he did. That's what I heard. And then, I just had a good feel for where he was trying to go with the ball, and luckily he threw it, and it was right there. It was an easy catch.
Was the first one just a matter of sticking with it? How McCaffrey's handling? He's got to stick with the play like that, right?
Yeah, he found his way through. He leaked through, and those are one of those plays you got to just keep running. Coach Camps always talks about running to the ball, and the opportunity was there whenever opportunities are going to be there when you get to the ball. So, fortunately that was on our side, and I was able to get the tip.
Are you playing your best football in your career to start this year?
Yeah, I'm playing good football. I think as a team we're all playing good football, and ultimately, I'm just focused on playing my best for the team so we can win. It's a great team win. This is it was complimentary ball, and everybody was playing together, and believe throughout the whole game. So just proud of everybody, and like I said, we're all playing off each other.
Did you talk to Eric at all after you guys made that sack on Purdy because of all the years that Eric was here? How important was it for him to get this kind of win?
Oh man, that was so special. I'm just so happy for Eric for. He did spend so much time here, and this was his home for so long, and to make a play like that, return to home, just so happy for him, and he deserved every bit of that. That was big for him.
You guys annoyed with anything that Robert Saleh said about stealing signs? Did that impact anybody in that locker room this week at all?
Nope.
Not at all.
Nope.
Anybody else? We good? All right, cool. Thanks, Deb.
All right, thank you.
Eric Armstead will be in a couple of minutes.
They just won't go there, and they're not going to go there. And maybe that's just us trying to make it out to be a story, but I promise you inside that locker room, you get any little edge, and I'm sure they use that to their benefit. If it helps you, so be it. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but clearly the boys are trying to see if somebody will bite on it and give them something. But Devin Lloyd's he's 100% right about one thing. Playing the best football of his career. Eric Armstead at the podium right now, the Walter Payton Man of the Year. What a homecoming for him.
Yeah, I was can't write a better script than that, to be honest. Just woke up today, didn't want to make it bigger than it was, and just live in the moment and, see what today had to bring, and it was a pretty special day. Probably one I won't forget.
What was it like being inside this locker room? It's just the different, coming back here and being on the other side?
Yeah, it was weird. I think I've been in this locker room one time for the Pac-12 championship when I was in college, but yeah, coming into the visitor locker room was a little weird for sure. And but it was an amazing experience. Obviously I got a lot of memories in this building, and I just made another one today.
Did you happen to give your signature gesture after you sacked Purdy?
Yeah, I did.
You did, okay. You actually know Robert Saleh well, you know Liam well. What did you think of the whole back and forth between this week and after the game? Sort of
I don't know what happened after the game. I know coaches get competitive. They're two great coaches, and obviously both fiery. So I don't really know what that was about.
So that play, the fumble, forced fumble, obviously doing that against your former team. I was talking to Foye. He said you kind of took the ball up and held it up like the Lion King. What was that celebration? Where did that come from?
Oh yeah, in the locker room, the coach gave me a game ball, and I just held it up like it was the most precious thing in the world, because the ball is, and this, like I said, this was a big day for me, a big day for our team. Getting our first road win in this fashion against a great team. It's a day I'll remember always, especially in my career. There's going to be certain games I'll forget about. Obviously playing a lot of football, but this won't be one of those.
Is it kind of tough though emotionally though when you're playing a former team because you played so many years with the 49ers and you're on the other side? Is it always kind of difficult when you're kind of?
Yeah, it was a little weird. But like I said, my mindset was that like it's a unique experience that not a lot of human beings get to have. Playing in the NFL for one, but being somewhere for so long, coming back, like that kind of situation, not a lot of people get to have in their life. So, I was just living in the moment and seeing how the day went.
Is it surprising to even think 13 turnovers in 4 games? I mean, that's a lot of turnovers, you guys. I mean, a little hard to believe.
It is crazy. Obviously it's historic, and it's something we talk about and preach. Like we want to take the ball away and get the ball back to our offense, and we're doing it at an extremely high level now. Early in the season, got to keep it going, but off to a great start.
What did it mean to come back here, not only as a Jacksonville Jaguar, but as the Walter Payton Man of the Year?
Definitely hold that with, a huge honor to represent not only myself and my family, but the NFL and my team and, everyone who looks up to me for all the things that I've done. I wear that with huge honor, and so it feels good to play out there with the patch, and so everyone can see that and it can be on display, because I want to continue to inspire the next generation, and so hopefully I'm doing that.
Eric, thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
All right, that's Eric Armstead, and boy, what a difference a year makes, man. We were killing that guy 1 year ago, and now all of a sudden he's a big-time contributor to this Jaguars defense, a defense that has 13 takeaways in 4 games. Remember, they had 8 all of last year by the defense. In the entire season, they're almost double that through 4 games. This is an incredible pace that they're on. Can they keep it up? No. The great part today was the offense didn't turn it over. Now, listen, if San Fran had scored at the end of the game, we would have been doing some digging with Elias Sports Bureau. Has any team ever gone +4, had a punt return for a touchdown and lost? I can't imagine, right? Neither can you, but it didn't happen, thank goodness. So Jags get the victory and improve to 3-1 on the year. Otherwise, would have been raising a whole lot of questions. Say again? All right, let's hear from Brian Thomas Jr., who Liam Coen gave great compliments to in his post-game press conference.
How big is this one right here to come out this way and now go to 3-1?
It's super big. It wasn't pretty, but we came out, stuck together, and got the team win, and that's all that matters. So yeah.
What's it say about your team here? You've said that a couple of times. It hasn't always been pretty so far, and you're sitting here 3-1. What's it say about you guys?
That we can be even with all the good things we're doing now, and we can be even better than we are right now. We just got to get a lot of things cleaned up, get the penalties, shifts, and motions cleaned up, all that little stuff, and we'll come out and be better than we were.
This one feel good for you after a couple of tough weeks to contribute the way you did?
Yeah, definitely. Just to get back rolling, get back on track. Should be there, help my teammates out, and just contribute to the win. So yeah, it feels great.
Did you have a good week coming in, practice-wise, and feel good coming into this one?
Yeah, definitely. I had a pretty good week this week. I was feeling a lot better than I was. So yeah, just had a pretty good week, and I was feeling a lot better.
I don't know if you caught it at the end, Liam and Salah, little exchange, but how much of an edge does Liam bring to you guys in this locker room right now, early in his tenure?
I didn't catch that, but yeah, that's after every meeting, and it's up in the hallways. It's like an edge. You got to go out there and have an edge, play with an edge. He brings that, so that's what we come out here and try to give to him.
I just want a smile from Brian Thomas Jr. That's all. Just one smile. Be happy, my man. Good victory today. Did have 5 catches for, I believe, 49 yards, and had a good conversation with Liam throughout, trying to give his input, as Liam said, and it was appreciated anyway. It worked. And listen, he hasn't had a breakout game yet, but when you start doing things like that, it's something to build off of for sure. All right, we go from him to Foye Oluokun, who punched a ball out that the Niners were able to recover, but here's Foye, who's leading that defense, a defense with 13 takeaways.
He did it again, man. 3 turnovers in each of the first 3. Said, what the heck, let's go for 4 this time around, huh?
Yeah, it was cool. Started off with Dennis punching that ball out. We get clips of it every week, so everybody's got it on their mind. Obviously, we're seeing how it affects the game, so it's really cool when everybody forces a turnover. One guy gets it, but it's the whole defense, always having that mindset for the ball. And we all celebrated 11-1, so keep it going. They come in bunches, let's keep them bunches coming. We could really do something special here.
Overall, it looks like, how do you feel you did against McCaffrey and just tackling and all those things that you have to do against a team like that?
Yeah, it's a good run after catch team. They get the ball to their guys in space. It's really 11-1 playing defense on that type of team. Everybody kind of has to know their fits, know when you got to take a guy to the flat versus the leak plays. They always have a tight end leaking up the field. So it's really cool how we practice this week, being able to match all that. And then when they do dump the ball down, we got to hunt for it. And we did that, punched the ball out a couple times. It was cool. We can be cleaner though. Yeah.
I get it.
I'm looking at my boys. But no, keep going. I loved how we played today and just stuck through it, no matter the situation.
I get it's 11-1, but really needed 15 or 16. I mean, you guys had a bunch of guys going in and out of the game, yourself included. Yeah. How gratifying is that to see guys come in and fill in the role as well?
That's just good team camaraderie we got. It ain't no jealousy for real. A person come in the game, pick the person up, injury or whatever. I think we got a really deep defense. We can put rotations on it. As long as everybody know their assignment, I know we got a lot of talent. So seeing them not come in, not skip a beat, that's really uplifting. I always want to play, but sometimes you can't. And then come in and do things right, that's really cool to see.
I don't know if you saw Coach at the end, but I mean, he's got an edge to him. He's fiery. How much are you guys, your coach, and get into it with Salah a little bit at the end?
Your coach, I got like 18.
Yeah, you're right. You do have a lot of them. I met Liam.
Okay.
Did you see him get in a little bit salty a little bit at the end with Salah? And how much edge does he kind of bring and help you guys? And are you breeding that? Kind of feeling off that, sorry.
I'm sorry. He want to be successful, and I like that he coming in with his edge. Younger coach, he want to prove that he like that as a coach. And I like what the offense is doing. I like that they're running the ball, like the way they throw it too. They're moving the ball this year, so I'm really happy with that. The defense giving them the ball back. Just proving that he's a winning coach. Coming in here, starting the year off right. That's just the first quarter, so we got 3 more quarters to go, but it's a good start. Like I said, stay ahead of the count instead of trying to get it back in the fourth quarter there. I like how we started, but we got to keep it going. We got a lot of teams coming in, or we got to go. I want to keep this going because, it takes a whole season to have a winning season, so that's just the start of it.
Just the start, indeed. And I'm guessing Foye is okay because he was in and out of the game today, as he said, and he seemed like he was okay there. So that's probably some good news. I have lauded the offensive line every week so far this year. I will laud them again today. I thought they were terrific, and they're led by their center, Robert Hainsey. I believe he has a C on his jersey. Let's hear from him now inside the locker room.
Big of a deal is it to do what you guys just did?
I mean, it's every time you win a game in the NFL, it's awesome. It's got to be celebrated. It's got to be coached afterwards, and we got so many things to clean up, but we're going to enjoy this one for sure because we were out there battling all phases.
You guys are playing a lot of physical games last few weeks. I mean, that takes its toll, but you think you brought it again that way?
Yeah, I think that's just, we've coming in with this new group, new people, everything that was new here. It was a main point of emphasis to we're going to play violent, we're going to play physical, and when you do that, you have to play that way. You have to play every game that way. You have to play every snap that way. And so it does take a toll, and you feel it after. But games like this, it's worth it every time.
Did you anticipate there being something after the game, or you were in the right place, right time around Coach Coen?
Right place, right time, just to have my guys back. I love Coach. I love Liam. He's fiery, he's emotional, and he cares a lot. So I'm glad I'm always gonna have his back, no matter what. Like whatever he needs, we'll all be there for him.
How much are you guys feeding, or do you feel this team feeding off some of that edge that he has, where he's not afraid of that kind of stuff?
For sure, I think your head coach being that guy, and we hear it all week, and just the way he talks to us, and the way he talks about the game, his knowledge of the game, his attachment to this emotionally. Like I said, he cares immensely, and it's hard for a team to not feed off that and to not. Liam's a coach where you want to go play for him, and like personally, I want to go win for him, and that's a great trait to have as a coach. And I think the way he carries himself and the way he coaches us, he earns that every week.
Let me ask you one more. This defense is playing out of its mind right now with the turnovers. What's that like watching that each week so far? Each time they go out, it almost feels like they're going to get another one.
Honestly, like, I cannot say enough good things about our defense. Camp and the whole group, I mean, they're unfreaking believable. And the way they've been playing is at an incredibly high standard. They've set that standard, and they're going to continue to get better and they're going to try to get more. They're going to try to get them every week. And as an offense, that's fantastic, and we got to keep capitalize more, take some off their plate as we continue to grow and get better.
Thanks, man.
Robert Hainsey, impressive performance by the offensive line, I thought, today. They were terrific out there. Again, Trevor Lawrence did not get sacked. They ran for 150 yards. I don't know what else you can do against a very physical San Francisco 49er team. So, again, laud those guys. They are playing terrific. When Anton Harrison went out, they have the depth there. They proved they have the depth today. They have the coaching. I mean, a lot of pieces are falling into place here for this Jacksonville Jaguar team. They're beginning to look like a team that can have a winning record this year. Wouldn't that be something? That would be a terrific turnaround. Heck, we're one win away from last year's total of victories. Think of it that way. Pretty good stuff. Brenton Strange in the locker room afterwards. Let's hear from him now. We'll start to wrap things up here on the postgame show.
Is it kind of crazy? You were pretty emotional. You're not an emotional guy. You're pretty emotional coming off the field. How good does this one feel to come out here and get that win?
First of all, I would say I'm an emotional guy on the field. I just think I let my emotions show through my play. But yeah, an emotional win for sure. You know, I just remember as a rookie coming off of the bye week 2 years ago, and the beating they put on us. So it was kind of just like we wanted to come in here and, you know, just play Jaguar football and get the win.
We're trying to figure out Jaguar football, but starting to build an identity. Did you feel like you played physical again? I know a lot of things not great on offense at times, but do you feel like you brought that again for a fourth straight week?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a part of our game. If we want to be who we think we can be, we got to be physical every single week, and it's just part of the game. We want to be the most violent team that steps on the field every single week. So I think if we continue to do that, great things will happen.
How about the defense? I mean, what's it like watching these guys just continuously get the ball back for you?
Man, it's inspiring. They go out there and they make plays and they keep getting the ball back. They helping us. But, you know, like I say every single week, I think that we got one of the best defenses in the NFL. We got some of the best players, and going against them every single week in practice is only a blessing towards our offense. You know, it only is going to make us better, and vice versa. Iron sharpens iron.
Did you catch Liam at the end of the game? Got a little salty there with Saleh.
What happened?
They got into it a little bit after the comments from this past week.
I mean, I don't know nothing about that. I would have liked to see it for sure, but maybe I'll see it on the internet. So, I mean, like you said, it's an emotional game, and not just for the players, for the coaches as well. So, I mean, I like that out of my coach. I like a little bit of fire out of my coach, and my coach goes out here and has that emotions. You know, it makes me only want to play harder for him.
You will see it on the internet, I promise you. You also see it on Action Sports Jax Primetime coming up tonight in just a little bit. 10:30 on Fox 30, 11:30 on CBS 47. We'll have more for you on the Jaguars' big victory today in San Francisco. They improved to 3-1. They do it in a lot of ways. They run the football. They play physical. They get takeaways. Special teams was great. It was a really, truly team effort. The coaching staff looks like they're in great shape. Looks like they're all on the same page. This team is building an identity, and things are looking good for the Jags in the AFC South as we head into October, which is a big, big difference from 1 year ago when the Jags were 0-4 to start the season. So good stuff ahead. Let's get ready for Monday night. It's going to be a big party in Jacksonville, FLA. Jags Report live tomorrow night. I believe Cam Little is scheduled to be our guest live from Strings out at the beach. If you want to come out and hang out, or if you want to watch it, you can. We show that on Fox 30. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Back at the bank on Monday. Jags in Kansas City. Ho, ho, ho. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching the Action Sports Jax postgame show.